Okay, so hello everybody, I'm Kruskader and this is Wonder Boy the Dragon's Trap. Okay, so this is... Well, when I submitted it I wanted to run the category called any percent, but it requires a glitch which I can't really do, called fish fly. So instead I'm doing no major skips, which is essentially the same thing. So I guess let's get started, so let's have a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go! So the game starts in the final castle, last dungeon of the Wonder Boy 2, where we will have to face the dreaded Mecha Dragon and put land to peace. So we start with 8 hearts, the legendary set. We're pretty much invincible, so we just have to go. Also in this game, while it has gorgeous hand-drawn graphics, you can also switch to retro style, which I'm gonna be doing before every boss to skip the title screen of the boss, the splash intro screen. And that was Mecha Dragon. He's a pushover. But what's that? He cursed us and turned into a lizard. And also, well, I missed it, but in the retro mode that screen flashes brightly, causing I forgot, epilepsy? I'm not sure how it's called in English. Epilepsy? Yeah, epilepsy. There's also retro music, but I prefer modern one. So now the castle is collapsing and we have to run away. And this screen is a bit tricky because at the end you have to wait for blocks to form stairs, but you can do it quicker like this. I decided to approach slow because sometimes the block will just snipe me before the stairs and I won't be able to make that. Okay, so I'm currently 8 minutes behind my PB on the escape, 204 escape. Normally I would reset because I'm not taking anything above 2. Sub 2 or bust, but this is a marathon, so we're gonna go with whatever we have. So first thing, we're gonna go into the beach to grab a key for the next area. And on the way there are some enemies, some snakes which jump, and crabs which are pretty problematic because they move pretty erratically. You can also fall into water, and that's not something you want. So let's hope I won't drown. Also I'm gonna be killing some crabs for money, cause I need 15 gold pieces for new sword. But I'm gonna be mostly killing on the next screen, because enemies there give more money. I'm also taking damage on purpose, because I wanna do a death warp. So, no major skips category forbids save and quit warps. Okay, since it's submitted as any percent and it's a marathon, I think I'm just gonna do a quit out after getting this key. Normally you're supposed to death warp in no major skips, but for marathon purpose I think I'll just quit out. If enemies just will be willing to give me money, cause I really need a new sword. Okay, that's barely enough money. That was really bad. And now I'm gonna pick up a new heart. There are a lot of heart pickups which increase your life. And one thing they changed in the remake. In the original you have to pick them in order. If I skip that one, I won't be able to pick any other before I pick it. Here it doesn't matter. And also, game auto equips new stuff you buy. So it automatically equipped the mithril soul that I just bought. And now we're heading over to the desert to face the mummy dragon. Also I have 4 fireballs, which doesn't really matter, but fireballs are actually quite useful for the coming up boss, so there's that. And also I'm gonna be picking those tornadoes, cause they are useful at later part. Okay, I got hit, but that doesn't matter. Not much happening there, we just go and kill stuff on the way. So now normally I go straight into the pyramid, but because it's a marathon and last time I played I was doing really bad, I'm gonna go over the pyramid and pick up extra heart. I usually skip that heart because, as you can see, it's a long way and climbing pyramid is pretty lengthy. Let's have some more money, cause why not? Also, this snake here, you only see him when you're at this place outside of pyramid. When I get into the pyramid, he'll be gone. Why? No idea. Okay, pyramid. There are those undead fairies with the hats. And I just jumped over them, but they can suddenly switch direction mid-walk, so they can be pretty tricky. Here's snares, which can heal us for money, but I'm good. Okay, got the key, which we need to open this gate. Okay, so in the original game you can just run left and no enemy will hit you. In the remake, however, because screen is wide, you're gonna get hit by those frogs. And I keep forgetting that you can't get past that first gargoyle head. Okay, let's hit... Okay, you want to kill him in one hit, otherwise it screws a bit with you and cycles here. What? That was pretty bad, but we live. That's what matters. Those enemies can sometimes drop a potion, which would be really nice, but nope. So I'm gonna pick up a potion here, and I also need the money. Again, I'm switching to retro mode to skip the boss splash screen. And unfortunately he breathed really fast, so I couldn't do anything. So you wanna hit him for the last time very close to the left edge, that skips a breath. And because I have fireballs I can score a 4th hit. Normally you can only hit him 3 times. And I wasn't close enough to the edge, apparently. And he's dead. Over a minute behind my PB, but it's fine, that's just marathon. And now we're mousemen and we can cling to those checkered blocks. Which we're gonna use to go to the next dungeon, tower in the swamp jungle. But first we're gonna pick the money. And we're back into town. Also, you can sometimes get this screen transition stopped, so okay. I think, yeah, no. I love when it cuts the character sprite right in the middle, cause it looks pretty fun, but I not quite got it here. So let's just turn it off. So now those fireballs chase us, but we're quick. And we have a shield which blocks them, so doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay. Some more money because we're gonna spend a lot. Okay, so I bought a better sword and a shield. There's also armor, but I don't need that, because I'm gonna be getting another armor a bit later. Armor that is compulsory actually, because it protects us from lava. And we're gonna bathe in lava soon. I'm gonna do it slowly because I need some money. And those enemies can drop boomerang, which, while not required, is very useful. And I don't have luck with boomerangs, so what a shame. That's not what I want. No boomerang for me. Oh well, happens. Now that was rude. Okay, I have plenty of tornadoes, but no boomerang, which is not perfect. So, tower is upwards, but I'm gonna first go here to buy a potion and grab 4th heart. Also, price of the potions depends on how many hearts you have. Because I already have 3, it was 162. With 2 hearts, which I usually have here, it's only 90. Now it's probably over 200 a piece. So I can't really afford it because I need money later. I'm gonna be grabbing only one more treasure chest after that. And I need that for both new armor and new sword. Actually, let's pick it up, cause why not? Okay, the tower is symmetrical. We start on the left half, which has many of those wings, like branches on the tree. And then there will be a second half, which is identical. And also this screen is gonna be problematic because I don't have boomerang. Okay, it wasn't problematic. Got lucky. Dang. I also got this screen nailed, which doesn't happen too often. And now cool music. Okay, this is probably hardest screen in this maze because those guys are hard and they hit like a truck. It's my actual accent, Ronald. People keep pointing it out a lot. For those wondering, I'm from Poland. Like, the first thing people always point out on any speedrunning marathons is my accent. Always. I actually was surprised how big of a deal it was on my first online marathon. Don't worry, I'm quite used to that. I was actually surprised how much people were noticing it on my first online marathon, which I think was Krybaton 4 for third. I don't quite remember. It was late 2015. Okay, time for Dragon Zombie. And it's probably most RNG heavy boss. So, as you can see, he does nothing, but what matters is damage RNG, because my hits can deal from 2 to 8 damage, and so far I got 3 times 8 and 2 times 4, now 6, so far it's pretty good fight, but you can potentially lose here a lot of time, because each cycle is quite a lot. Yeah, that's true, Dark Aries Knight. Okay, zombie down. And now I have to remember to pick this here key, because this guy gives us key whenever we don't have one and we'll kill him. We need a key later to open one more door. So now we're going back to the desert, because we can now, with Fishman, go to the path to the east, which leads to the canyon with lava. And Thunder Ring, which will allow us to break certain blocks. And I'm gonna pick it up, even though I really need those for the next dungeon, the sunken ship. I can use them to kill some enemies in the canyon, which can potentially drop the aforementioned armor I'm gonna be buying here. I'm actually gonna pick it up, even though it's a bit too late. Now Boomerang isn't that good. Okay, so those enemies can drop Dragon Mail, which, while I don't really need it, it's useful if you get it, so... Nope. I'm not gonna be wasting any more tornadoes. It's not really worth it. Also, it might not look here like that because I blocked the bullet, but... Oops. Fishman's shield has a really weird block box. Or hitbox, or whatever. While midair. On ground it works normal, but midair it's really wonky. Anyway, dragon mail. Now we can swim in lava with no problem. And also those floating skull heads are hard because... Well, if I didn't have boomerang, that one at the start of the screen could potentially screw me up and push off the screen, so I would have to fight it back. Anyway, now we're gonna get Thunder Ring, but first... we need to use this thing. So in this room we can switch our forms at will, but only those which we've unlocked. We yet to unlock Lionman and Hawkman. And Human, of course. And we got the Thunder Ring. In the original 8-bit version it's actually Thunder Saber. And we're back in town. So before next dungeon we will pick this here. Magical Saber, which allows us to create blocks. And also we're gonna go visit the secret store to buy Muramasa. Legendary katana. As you can see, this magical saber is pretty well hidden, cause we have to go through all those blocks and then break this one at the end. And we're back in town. Now I'm gonna switch back to Muramasa, because Magic Saber cannot break blocks. Hello? Okay. Gonna switch to Merman and we're off to the next dungeon. And since we can swim, the next dungeon is gonna be underwater. It's gonna be a sunken ship with pirates. Actually, pirate 1. On the way, I'll take this chest for money and extra thunder spell. Thunder is gonna be helpful 2 dungeons ahead. Okay, let's hope the octopi won't troll me here. They did, but I managed to survive. Okay, that went pretty well. Okay, sunken ship. For this dungeon I need tornadoes for one later screen, because they are godsend there. And also new enemy kind, those ghosts which come from the ground. The green one are the worst in my opinion, because you can kill them in 1 or 2 hits, depending on the damage roll, which is in my opinion the worst part about them. You can strike once and they won't die. You can strike twice and lose time because they're gonna die in 1 shot. Okay. I think that's... no. That's screen right before where I need those tornadoes. So those green ogres we met before, when they go to the wall they're gonna jump. And the next room is like this one with a lot of ups and downs, so unless you have tornado they are gonna be a pretty big problem. And also this portion here. Those 2 ghosts are a big problem. But it went well. Time for Captain Dragon, and he can be stun-locked. What? Game froze. Game, please. He can be stun-locked because every time he gets hit he jumps at the center of the screen. Oh. That's pretty bad. Okay, I screwed up the fight. Okay, wasn't too bad. And now we're Lion Man. And also, worth mentioning is that the stats that item give you depend on what form you are. And the Muramasa blade I have gives Lion Man such high attack power that it's actually as strong as the legendary sword, the ultimate weapon of the game. Also, for marathon safety I'm gonna pick up this extra heart container. Even though I'm pretty good and have 3 potions, you never know what's gonna happen. Oh, I'm suffering from some lag. Well, that's other problem I'm having. My laptop is pretty weak, so... oh shit. So I'm having some problems every now and then. Longer load times, sporadical lag, but this what is happening right now, that is something unseen. I never suffered from such slowdown. And no, it doesn't help at all. Yeah, game froze for a bit. My laptop is like, well, RAM and the graphics card are okay, but my CPU is actually 0.1 gigahertz under required, not recommended, on the Steam game page. So I had some lag, but this is something new. Totally new level of lag. So here I'm gonna pick up probably, well, last compulsory the treasure chest. There are two others which I might or might not pick up depending on how well the following goes. Also, you can only really have 3 potions, so that potion wasted. And now I'm gonna go back, cause I needed that money so I can afford the last sword, which is the Tasmanian sword. So Tasmanian sword allows me to transform in various animal forms which I've unlocked. And for now I'm gonna be a mouseman because he's small and can get under things, like here, under those flowers. Yeah, it's not really bad, C7, but what was happening right now was something new. Anyway, Daimyo Temple. Here are ninjas and shoguns. On the first screen you can just run. You can jump over those shurikens too, cause they slow down you a bit when you block them, but it's not really needed. Okay, the end was bad. That second screen is probably my least favorite here. So, the samurais, when you got back, they jump back and launch an attack. Red don't have any special attack, but green and blue have a thunder strike, meaning they release lightning bolts from their sword when they strike. Okay, so I need lightning for this room, for those ninjas, so they don't throw their shurikens and get closer to my sword. And also, I like to have one for this guy. Also, they jump high, shoguns jump high when I approach them with jump, and away if I approach them on ground. Aye. That was bad, but whatever. There is a hidden chest with a heart and a potion. And time for the Daimyo Dragon. You can in theory stunlock him, but he is gonna run away up, gonna get pushed from the screen, and then you can't hit him anymore, so imperfect stunlock. And hey, even though how bad and slowed down the split was, I actually got almost even. I'm good with potions and everything, so we're gonna head straight to the final castle, which is high up in the sky. So we need magical saber just for this room, to create block here and then destroy it, like this. That's all we need the magical saber for. And this is the final castle. Okay. This didn't pan out quite. So this castle is centered around switching forms and having different forms in different parts. However, since we have the Tasmanian sword, we can, well, screw this up a bit and gain advantage in the sections where we shouldn't have that advantage. Like here, I can just fly over those guys. Easy. Mouseman is most useful overall. Okay. Because there are many rooms like this which all have this passage. And Mouseman can just cut it short. Okay, this room. You can in theory fly over those guys, but I can't quite do that, so I'm just using Lion Man and Brute Force it, killing everything. Because those guys are quite the machine guns. And also I can just fly over this room. Normally you're supposed to be a fishman here and change into Lion Man here. Just so you can break those blocks like this. And here damage on purpose, so I can get here. Well, this wasn't quite as I was planning, but whatevs. Having Tasmanian Sword is really helpful here, cause you can really break the rooms, so to speak. Having Thunder here is useful, but I don't have one, so... But we're still pretty good, cause I only lost 1 potion and have 5 hearts, so we should be good. And this is also the final stretch. Okay, final room before the boss. Oh wait, I actually need Birdman to get here. Now get Muramasa for this juicy attack. And final boss time. Because my attack is so high, he's gonna die in 4 hits. But first he needs to get in my range. And I have to actually hit him. Like this. This boss is a bit of a troll. He might be very quick, but you can potentially lose a lot of time. Like this. Okay, get ready with the time. It's when I grab the cross. And... time. So yeah. That was Wonder Boy, the Dragon's Trap, the HD remake. And if this is possible, could we let the credits roll? Because they are pretty interesting. So yeah, if you're interested in the game, it's available on the Steam, PS4, Xbox One and Switch. It costs €20, in the US it's probably $20, and in my opinion it's totally worth it. We have a small community, and it's a pretty fun run, in my opinion. I was 2.5 minutes behind my PB, but still beaten my first PB long time ago. This part of the credits is just like in the original game, but here comes the best part, right after Hawkman. Because we're gonna have pictures of the developers from back in the 1989. And they are pretty nice. Also, now that we're getting to a special thanks, in the special thanks section you actually can see, well, it's gonna be a bit sooner, later, I mean, you're gonna see then Oriane Sanvito, also known as Synahel. She ran the original Wonder Boy 3 and she was probably one of the earliest runners of that game. And it's a bit thanks to her that I picked the original Wonder Boy 3 and then the remake, so shoutouts to Synahel. And also shoutouts to runners of the to other runner of the original game, Kadat and Wallach, who also runs the remake. There she is, Oriane Sanvito. And also shoutouts to the Tina Hacks. She and Wallach are some of the best runners of this game. And yeah, that's entire game. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Kruskader and I'm gonna sign off for now.